Alright, so I think it's time to switch to the next DLC fighter, Banjo and Kazooie.
Banjo and Kazooie!
I think personally I like the original skin, but I also kind of like I think it's called the Quintilda skin? Based on the final boss or the main antagonist of the game. Yeah, looks like I took a wrong turn, that's okay. Please. And but just to keep things simple, especially to see them during the fights, I'll just be using the original skin. Well, here we go with Lilina from Fire Emblem. And I guess it's also time to kind of talk about my thoughts about Banjo Kazooie as a fighter. So I guess the first things first is I haven't played their games, unfortunately. But I do know they are a very popular franchise or series from the N64 era. And it is kind of interesting that Sakurai and Nintendo agreed to get Banjo Kazooie in this game as a DLC fighter because they are now owned by Microsoft, a competitor. So it's very, very nice. Now I'm gonna be very honest here as I guess for Banjo Kazooie, I personally do not like their movesets. Or moveset, sorry. Because it's just simple. In my opinion, there's not really much you can do as a kill potential, and like you can see I'm kind of struggling to get the kill confirmations. I think what I've heard from a lot of people is Banjo Kazooie is kind of like a base character, similar to Mario, Luigi, and maybe even literally from the 64 era. Because in my opinion, for each generation of Smash, there's like a more the characters within each game or each set gets more complicated and more technical. So for Banjo Kazooie, their technicality and complexity is kind of, again, in my opinion, on par with, let's say, Melee or 64 era. Well, I got very I don't know how to really say that. I would say they really beat me. Yeah, as I was saying, it really does feel simple, and that's not a bad thing. It's nice to know that maybe this is what Banjo and Kazooie could have been if they were added in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, as that was what I know it was rumored to be. And I'll also give this a few more tries and equip a spirit, I think. Fiora is going to be hard to beat without a spirit. And while I'm talking and playing with Banjo Kazooie. But anyway. But other than that, I don't really think there's not much else I can share. As I've said, I haven't played Banjo Kazooie, either the original or on Microsoft, because I don't own an Xbox, so I can't play the game regardless. But again, what I know of. It's similar to, let's see, it's a platformer game as far as I know, so I guess I can, or a 3D platformer. So maybe what I can equate to it would be well, I haven't really played 3D platformers, but I've maybe like Ratchet and Clank or Jack and Daxter, but I haven't played Jack and Daxter as well. But overall, I do know they're, let's say, the brother or sibling to Donkey Kong, because they're both by Rare, or at least the beginning of it. For example, Donkey Kong Country, if I could remember, Donkey Kong 64, or Donkey Kong Country. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can really say about this. So I'm just gonna quiet up for a bit just to make sure I can beat this. At least the final smash has a pretty decent kill potential. And yeah, so VR was an ace. And yeah, so I guess some final thoughts before, I guess. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. About Banjo Kazooie is, again, we do have a decent combo potential. The thing is, again, for my playstyle, I prefer a bit more solid hitting and medium to high damage outputs. So as again, in comparison, or for DLC fighters maybe, for Autoplant it felt really good to me. And then I guess the next fighter would be Terry after Banjo Kazooie. I personally like Terry as a fighter, because Terry also again has a pretty strong output and has decent combo potential. But of course the drawbacks are they're slow. So again, just personal preference. Okay, here we go against Anna from Fire Emblem. So I'll do my best to showcase Banjo Kazooie's, let's say, moveset, but I most likely won't be using their specials a lot too. Well, I almost got distracted. It's what's kind of hard to use their spec. That was unfortunate. Oh, for Banjo Kazooie specials, because again, that's my playstyle. I like to try to use most of their moves. And for Banjo Kazooie, the only technical, let's say, strong output move is the side special. I forgot what's it called. I'll just call it Feather Dash because I can't recall its actual name right now. And so, for those who don't know, it has super armor, I believe, in the beginning of the move, and has a powerful hits throughout its duration. And let's again to quickly showcase Anna's shop. Let's see, let's do that. And that's a really strong move that you can use to recover, but you only have a limited quantity per stock. See, so I was able to pierce the hammer. just because I had the temporary invincibility frames. But the strong drawback, it has a really big beginning lag and end lag in reversing link. And it's kind of hard to find the right timing to use it. And then for the other specials for Banjo Kazooie, we have again, I forgot the official name right now, but he has the neutral special, his pellet gun. This one, which is strong at the first shot, and if you hold it, it does weaker consecutive shots. And I guess that's okay for damage output. And then his down special is a watermelon bomb. Yeah, that's interesting. That's in the Great Plateau. And finally, his up special is I guess we can say the platform, or jump platform. But as for the watermelon bomb, people who are really decent or who can use Banjo and Kazooie well can get the bomb out like this and grab it in the air. And see, the side special, you can't stop. But yeah, people can try using the watermelon bomb like Diddy Kong's banana and throw it. As for me, I don't have the skill to really do that spontaneously. I'll hit that. And as for, I guess, other parts of Banjo's moveset, is his aerials. It's kind of difficult to have a kill confirm. Technically, his front air has decent knockback, but other than that, everything else of his moveset, it's more for combos. Okay, I was hoping to. And I think that's not a watermelon. I think that's a grenade, but. So this spirit's not too hard. I think I'll just keep trying a little bit longer. If it takes too long though, I will equip a spirit. I think I'll just quickly quiet up just to concentrate and get this done. Okay, that was not good. Okay. Again, I was trying to get a perfect shield and that didn't go out. Maybe let's give it like 3 more tries and I'll equip the spirit. And I think that's all the thoughts I can really share about Banjo Kazooie. Okay. Yeah, giant, and I think maybe there's increased gravity. I don't know. This feels like my hits are not pushing him far. Yeah, I guess that's a grenade. Okay, I'll do one more try and put on the spirit. I think it is possible, or I'm just having bad placement. But again, let's simply just move on. I don't really need to be too concerned about There we go. Lucky break right there. But yeah, so I guess time to share some other thoughts. So this is locked. So the area we're doing right now is, I believe it's called Plateau Plains, or the Great Plateau, sorry. So for those who are curious, it is obviously a reference to Breath of the Wild, to the tower that I fought Link on earlier. So that's why yeah, the arena and the unlocked fighter was Link. Okay. In the nearby area, which I skipped during the first few, or in the first, let's say part or episode as Piranha Plant, was the boat. So I'll be taking that in this part, or as Banjo Kazooie, it's World Tour, which features Street Fighter characters, so hope you look forward to that. And as of right now, it seems like these are not too difficult spirits. And my progression of this campaign or series has been going much more smoothly than I thought. It's you know, it's fine. I think I'm enjoying myself with going through this campaign again and playing through all the new fighters that weren't out when the game initially came out. And I would risk, using side special or the dash, but sometimes it's not worth it. And because it might make me go off stage, and I don't want to risk self-destructing. Okay, those clap traps were pretty lucky there. Yeah, I think I can try out here on this part though. Okay, that was unfortunate. Okay, let's see. There we go. There's another thing I didn't mention about Banjo Kazooie's up special is you don't go into free fall, and I believe the longer you hold it, you can jump a little higher. And you can also have an extra jump or jump back. So I think that's not too bad. You can also use the platform to hit an opponent in the air. Though honestly, it's not really a smart option to use your recovery to attack. Or I mean, a weak attack as your recovery to attack someone. It's not that worth it. Yeah, I was hoping to dodge that. Okay. Not good time. Yeah, I think that's it.
Victory!
And yeah, when I'm doing the routing for, let's say, these areas, sometimes don't really calculate certain things. Like for Hero, I didn't think those areas I wanted to play as him were short. Even this one, I think I'm progressing much faster than I anticipated, but again, that's fine. I think I'm just simply open. Yeah, I was hoping he would not get me. Oh well. What? Hold on. So yeah, as I was saying, the routing for this series, sometimes I had to change it or just go with the flow. So for example, this one, when I'm going to World Tour, which is up here, we'll say it would have been a little more exciting or better context to use Terry instead of Banjo Kazooie, but in terms of, I guess, how I want to complete the map, I want to complete the bottom area first before completing the top areas. So unfortunately, or just simply as how the routing goes, it's Banjo who will do the Road Tour that will go against the Street Fighter characters, which again, it would have been cool to do that with Terry, because he's also a 2D fighter character, or I forgot the term that the community labeled them as, but it is as it is. I think sometimes you can't be perfect with all the planning. And I'll just end it off with the final smash again. I wonder if that final smash is technically considered spoiling. I don't really think so. Apparently that's what happens at the end of Banjo Kazooie. But yeah, overall, this is how it is, and we're gonna get started. So this is Ace. You can tell I might get overwhelmed, because again, for this character, Banjo Kazooie versus a mob, or team fights. Again, that's why I like characters with decently heavy attacks. But let's say Violet, for example, the side special for Violet is quite nice. You know, has a nice range, decent power. But as you can see, I personally can't think of a decent tactic to handle these team battles as Banjo Kazooie, other than attempting to use aerials a fair bit, like this. Try to make them come up to me, but Kirby's gonna be using their up special for a bit, like that. And then I'm trying to recover, but as you can see, that didn't go out well. So let's give this a few more tries, and there we go, egg firing. I guess they're not pellets, I'm sorry. But yeah, a few more tries, and then I'll put on a spirit to finish this. Even trying to get up after getting hit like that. I was trying to do my side special there, and I couldn't do much. Now I lost all my jumps, and I managed to make it back. And I tried to use my final smash there too. I pressed the button, but it didn't go out. So yeah, let's do maybe 2 more, and then I'll turn on a spirit.
Ready? Go!
Let's see, that was a very bad juggle. I guess what's interesting was sometimes seeing like these AIs being somewhat smart. Is that Fiora battle earlier, they could edge guard me, and that was kind of scary. Okay, yeah, let's do one more, and then I'll equip a spirit. And yeah, so I can accept that my skill level in this game, again, it's just casual. Also, the fighter I'm using is not ideal. There's also some other strategies I can employ. Like I can do, let's say, more you can call it camping tactics. Like I'll stay here, let them come to me. In an attempt to kind of bait them to come towards me and attack me. But again, because this is just a simple spirit, nothing too special that's worth, let's say, making it a bigger show of it, like a legendary or a legendary or boss battle, because I will commit to the boss battles being spiritless, as I did with Galleon. I think that one was a bit more exciting to see me do that spiritless. Okay. I like that now that all the, let's say, partners are gone, this thing's so passive, but, you know. And I look forward to the next boss, I think for this route, Banjo and Kazooie's route. We will be doing Giga Bowser. Oops. A little bit too early. Okay, now it's out of place. So yeah, I don't know how well I can do Giga Bowser without Banjo Kazooie, but hopefully it's not too bad. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Because I think, again, for routing, there's some things maybe wish could have done something else. But here we go with Road Tour. This is like a map referencing Street Fighter, I believe Street Fighter 2 if I can remember. I think it's only one way for now. I'm reversing Chun-Li. So I'm kind of nervous to do this with Banjo Kazooie. And I guess we'll just deal with it. Especially when we have to fight M. Bison. But yeah, again, kind of talking about the boss battles or doing that spiritless. Some of the bosses in this game I am also kind of nervous to see how I do against them. There's certain bosses in this game that are much harder than Gallium. And doing that spiritless is a little nerve-wracking for me, because I haven't looked into which character will be going against him. Well, at least that's going against them. If whether or not I'm confident with that character. Like for example, I'm very confident with Violet. I'm
Continue.
I'm very confident with Byleth that I'm sure I could beat the boss. Same thing with Piranha Plant with Gallium earlier. But for someone like Banjo Kazooie, or Banjo Kazooie, Hero, I can't really do much, as I've been saying throughout, say, this bit. The damage damage output and combo potential is kind of lacking in for my playstyle. So there's not a lot I can really do about it. Okay. I might do maybe one more try without spirit and then equip one. But yeah, overall, I don't want to start naming bosses, 'cause that's a spoiler. Even though a lot of this playthrough is already spoiling, but regardless, I still want to keep a little bit of surprise and anticipation for certain things. Yeah, I'm gonna try to concentrate for a bit, just to see if I can beat this without a spirit. There we go. Alright, not bad.